Yes, everybody. Rush of the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe. And well, today's live stream is brought to you by our lovely friends at Match Bingo. If you want to get involved, with Match Bingo, it's quite simple. You've got to download hit the QR code here, and then it's a bit like bingo but with football, basically. So you select today's game, obviously West Ham versus Liverpool, and you can buy a number of bingo cards. Basically, it's only UK based as well. And in essence, you get selections of things like we'll show you in a minute, but like goals scored, number of corners, that type of thing. So all that comes into play, and then basically, if you're the first one and you get your lines, or you get your 2 lines, or your full house, then you win some money. So we've bought here 5, so we'll see how we go during the day. But in essence, you can see here, if you click on the little icons in a minute, it'll show you what you're waiting for. You can do 1 line, 2 line, full house, and there's a bonus pot as well. I think if you buy it 4, you get 1 free as well. They're a couple of quid each. So like a direct attempt saved. So obviously throughout the game, you're ticking off your bingo cards. So we'll keep an eye on that and see how everyone gets on. So anyway, that's our friends at Match Bingo. Get involved down there. Let's get the team news. So that's the team news as it stands at the moment. Let's put the full West Ham one on so you can see the full West Ham side. I've got it here. There we go. We have got Areola in goal. Looks like a back 3 again of Kilman, Mavropanos, and Todibo. Nice to see Todibo back at the side, thankfully. And then we've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the right side, Ollie Scholes on the left. Midfield 3 maybe of Ward-Prowse, Soler, Paqueta, with Bowen, Kudus up front. Potentially on the bench, you can see we've got quite a few. We've got Fabianski, Sufel, Fulkrug, Luis Guilherme, Alvarez, Rodriguez, Souček, Emerson, and Ferguson. And this is how Liverpool are lined up. They've got Alisson in goal, Van Dijk, Conte, Diaz, McAllister, Salah, who obviously signed a new deal the other day, Jones, Jota, Tsimikas, Gravenberch, and Bradley on the bench. They've got Yaris, they've got Kelleher, who obviously we've been linked with today in the newspapers for about 20 million quid. Endo, Szoboszlai, Chiesa, Gakpo, Elliott, Robertson, and Kanjai. So that's how we are all set up. But what do we think about that, peeps? Let's get in the comments. Let me know what you think about the game. And if you're going to get involved, don't forget, let's put it back on. Don't forget to get involved with the little Match Bingo as well. Help us out the channel. If you could hit the QR code and download it using that QR code, it does help us out greatly. We're working with Match Bingo for the rest of this rest of the year, and hopefully you'll see a lot more of them as well in the new year as well, in the season. Let's hope so. Right, let's have a look. What we got. Howard, no Yossi Bira. Sweet FA, no striker again, indeed. Let's hope it's not 5-0. Howard, hoping, yep. Ole, no striker again. No Alvarez again. Ole, no hope again. Yeah. The question mark for me is Ward-Prowse on that side. If you had Alvarez instead of Ward-Prowse, I'll be happy with that side. Maybe not with fault, not having a striker up front, but I'd be happy. Afternoon, Stu. Looking forward to the game. 2-1 wins. Why not? Oh, God, my chair just broke. Why not, my friends? Why not? Were we not the first side to beat Arsenal at the Emirates this season in the Premier League? I believe we were. Why can't we do it again? Morning, Oliver. Morning, Russian. I'm at the games, Oliver. I imagine that is a spelling thing. Alan, good evening to you, mate, over in Australia. Hope you're well. Not much confidence starting line, I'm afraid. Well, again, it's one of those things where we don't know what West Ham's going to turn up. When we saw the side which we faced Arsenal with, didn't give us much hope with that. And then we won, didn't we? So anything's possible. And that's why we support West Ham. We don't support West Ham to win titles. We support West Ham for days like this where literally anything can happen. It could be 5-0 or we could scrape 1-0 win, or any scoring, and that's just West Ham. We could be just, it's just weird. But that's why we support them. Budget remote. Looking forward to beating Liverpool today. I predict 2-1 £100 headed from the goal. Their side is ridiculous. Well, you got Zimmerkas. You can a few chinks maybe. Gravenberg. I think Gravenberg and if I spell that right, let me just check. Have I spelled that right? No, I haven't. It's a K. It's an H. You bloody idiot, button. I'm usually so good with spellings. Right, let me download that. Let me sort that out. It's gotta have it properly. Sorry, I've got a really itchy nose. Hay fever as well. Hay fever season is upon us, well and truly. Hope everyone is having a lovely, nice long weekend as well. Actually, it's next week, isn't it? We've got a 4-day week next week. Michael, hope you. Mandy, hope you're well. Budgie Shed Jugs. I like our back five lineup. Yeah, I mean that's probably, with the exception maybe of Mavropanos, that's our. I suppose who else we're going to put in there, man. I still think that for me, I don't know. I prefer using Aaron Wan-Bissaka's defensive rather than his offensive side, particularly for games like this. So I'd like him in the back three, but not meant to be. Not meant to be. But we'll see what happens. Let's just change that. That's better. We could cause an upset 1-0. I'm looking forward to seeing Soler, Bowen, Kudus play at Anfield. It is not a defensive line. That is fair. That is a very good point, Mandy. You look defensively, going with Soler and Paqueta isn't a very. You think he would go with Souček, Alvarez, Jade Ward-Prowse. So he has gone for two maybe more ball playing forward midfielders than normally. 1-0 to Stam. I won't be going to any more games now because I've moved to Lincolnshire. So watching and obviously on the West Ham Network, of course, Stu. Go and watch the 3-0 and psych yourself up. Everyone now on for everybody. Bubbles, who cares about their side? 2-3 to us, says Mandy. We support West Ham from birth. It's in your butt. It is. It's like a divine right, isn't it? The worst kind of divine right in terms of how much hardness is put us through. Hopefully Soler has a good game. Hopefully he needs a good game, I think. I think he hasn't had the most... he hasn't the best time recently. He hasn't played a lot, to be honest. But there we go. Let me just sort this out. I see Cressy lay a wreath at Hillsborough Memorial this morning. Isn't it something like... Isn't it the anniversary this week or last week? We have twice won in 60 years the Bin Dippers. Indeed. Anything can happen. I was there. I remember we could have won third time. Well, it would have been the second time. When, what's his face? Gavin Hooligan, friend of the channel, didn't score. He should have. Oh, that was a great game as well. We had Frank was playing, and I think, then we got the draw, didn't we? After all, don't forget to give it a like as well. It helps the channel out as well, and also what helps the channel out as well is downloading, hitting the QR code, and downloading. And we get it. Downloading Match Bingo as well helps the channel tremendously. Down fine form from the club, if you ask me. Indeed, a true gent. I watched it on BBC with my mate. We need a man. Mark Salah. I've heard of his Salah. Salah. I've heard of him. I think he's quite good. I was listening to it. It's like on News of the World. Fucking how long was that ago? Southern Sunday. They said they were looking for reasons for him to stay, and they found 42 million reasons in terms of how much he's earned over his new contract. And obviously Van Dijk signed a new deal as well. As I was saying in our little West Ham group chat, for me, that just shows, I think, the Saudi Pro League will be putting even more emphasis to try and get Kudus over. And I can see that. I'm just trying to see what our WhatsApp group are saying. A bit mixed. 15th. Yeah, I was near enough, wasn't I? One thing I remember West Ham playing was a Mark Keller corner from a goal. Yep. I remember the game at Anfield with the Gavin Hooligan. It was his debut, I think, if I remember correctly. Because the guy next to me was absolutely twatted. He was so drunk. He was so drunk. And all he kept on saying, he kept on making his own chants. He He was chinning. Obviously, we've got Trevor Sinclair. You're stuck on the welfare. We've got Joey Cole. You're stuck on the dole. And then he went, and we've got Frank Lampard. And he just went silent. And everyone turned to say, what's he going to say? And I've just got a new BMW, so fuck you. Oh, Soler is fast. Soler is fast. And Kilman, no doubt, they will watch Salah. Oh, Jesus. Jeez, man, you're going to be excited then. Don't buy the sun. Oh, it was my mother-in-law's copy. Don't worry. What is wrong with these managers? Why can't they pick the right team from the beginning? As I said, for me, I don't mind that side. For me, the only one maybe would be Alvarez for JWP. I think at the moment, I still think Fulkrug's not 100%. I think he'll come on and look. I don't think they do. I suppose realistically, the only other issues they've got. Let's have a look at their team. You've got Gakpo. Sobozai hasn't been playing very well recently. They haven't got many other players out. I think they've got quite a strong side. I think Bradley maybe, but he's been playing well for them. Tsimikas for Robertson, possibly. And maybe Jones for Szoboszlai, but that's about it, really. I think everyone else is probably there first. So I don't think they look particularly weak. I think it's a standard side from them. Can't see anything particularly that would make them a little bit, but I'm open to be corrected, my friend, as always. None of the kids better than Mavropanos. I don't think at the moment, mate. I'll be honest. And would I want to put a Kalen Casey in against Salah? No. At least Mavropanos has some experience to get playing against it. For me, that's an area which we need to get that third centre half in, whether it is a Neo Figueiredo comes back or whether it is a what's his name, Harwood Bellis or something. You need that third decent centre half for that back three. But yeah. On Sky Sports, last 45 minutes, it's been Salah. They realised West Ham. Well, unfortunately, Di Canio, it is, mate, isn't it? It is. They titles in their hands. I think hasn't been a classic season this year at all for the Premier League, and I think Liverpool being the best side in a poor season this year. I think you look at the side, you look at teams around them. No one's really challenged them. In all honesty, I think they've been professional without having to be phenomenal. If that makes sense. They haven't had to go into top gear. I think everyone else around them has fallen by the wayside. And when they needed to, there hasn't really had much pressure. I'll be honest. I don't think I'm looking at the season so far. Don't really see much of any contender really for that. And unfortunately, that's just this season. Next season when we come back, and obviously anyone who watched and Anton did the synopsis of the Graham Potter press conference, and what was interesting was some of the stuff that Rashane spoke afterwards about in terms of being like excited about the summer. So we're going to talk about that probably tomorrow, hopefully on the back of a win today. Yes, I'm so happy he's doing a watch. You have to bear with us at the moment. We've got Anton's house is up at Holly, bless her, and everything. So bear with. Oh, what's he doing?
Irons.
I've got it all sorted. I've got it all looking pretty, and he just turns up. He turns up when he wants. Anton Baker turns up when he wants.
How you doing?
Hello, you all right?
Yeah, not bad, mate. You?
I'm all right.
Listen, I'm only on for a little short time because I'm about to head back and watch the game. I'm coming back to watch the game. But I've not caught you. I've not caught what you've been saying, but it's just like what Dan said. It's like an extended pre-season, innit? And I suppose in theory, not mathematically, but the pressure's off, not mathematically. So we've got a chance to just see what we're capable of doing. And he's obviously trying and testing all the players. I think I done the match day starting 11 predicted show, and I said that I really am surprised that he was going to put Mavropanos in that back three. I didn't see it because I thought Creswell's not fit, then he's not going to do it. But he keeps giving him opportunities, doesn't he?
I don't think it's opportunity. I think it's what's the word? I think it's needs must. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I wouldn't want to put. I don't personally. I think I'd rather put Mavropanos in than Kalen Casey. Just me. That's what I've seen with them. So I think it was one or the other, really. So although he's not on the bench, so
yeah. But I mean, it is what it is. It seems to be Ward-Prowse. I think in the back of our minds as West Ham fans, we're looking at every single game now and we're thinking who's going to be here and who's not going to be here. I think Ward-Prowse is going to be a mainstay in this squad moving forward under Potter. I do think he's capable of doing a job for West Ham, even if it's going to be from the bench, depending on what we sign in the summer. Interesting, he's given Soler an opportunity. I think a lot of us are thinking he's definitely heading away from the club, but Potter's maybe just thinking, listen, let's see what he's capable of doing on his day. Fulkrug, I think Potter said about the fatigue element. I know as West Ham fans, we can sometimes panic to think, well, he's going to start. That's what we want to happen, but we can't rush the player. If he's been out for a long-term injury, he can't just immediately start coming back in and playing full games and stuff like that. So, it is what it is. It just highlights again the huge potential turnover we're going to have in the summer, Russ. And it's funny how we're talking about West Ham playing Liverpool, but the main focus is the summer.
Yeah, exactly. And something that Potter, as I just before he came on, something Potter was saying in the presser. I think it was on the broadcast, the embargo section. He was talking about how there's he's got a really exciting summer looking ahead.
Yeah.
So.
And I think we should be excited. I think from today, I just don't want to be embarrassed. Listen, I'll go into every game as a positive fan as we are, Russ. And maybe when we don't expect it, maybe we can do something. I think the timing of Salah getting his contract isn't great, and usually they get a little bit of a bounce off of that. Obviously with Van Dijk as well. But I think for me, as long as we turn up and just give it a go, then see if we do get beat 3-0, but we've gave it a go, then so be it. But I just want to see us try some stuff and do a little bit of something, like keep that magical element going. And the one thing I will say is fair play to Potter, because we've not been heavily embarrassed, really, massively, compared to what we previously we were doing in the stages with Lopetegui and with particularly at the end of his tenure with David Moyes. But as long as we we can't concede 5. I just see that number at Anfield and 5. I
don't think we will. I think that's one thing. I think that's one thing that Potter's coming is in. We touch wood. We haven't been turned over as regularly as we were under Lopetegui and Moyes towards the end. So that's one thing. But yeah, we'll wait and see, mate. Innit? We'll wait and see. That's the joys of being a West Ham fan.
It certainly is. I'm going to love and leave you and let you all watch DJ Rusty B, who's been holding the fort on the Matchday lives, for the away Matchday lives.
Always.
But we're in discussions about the new season. We'll see what we're going to do for the new season.
In discussions.
Well, listen, Russ, can you not see? Look, Russ, can you not see my face? It's a little bit skinnier.
Well, yeah, you fit in the little thing. Mine just out.
I do now. So
there we go.
Right, take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.
There he is, Mr. Baker, turning up when he wants. He turns up when he wants. And Tom Baker turns up when he wants. Right, you reverse roles. Always. Let me get. He hasn't got out the stage yet. Irish Tom Baker. I'm going to take these off. Don't need these on. Look at that. Went for a 0.5. It's going. It's grown a bit though. I got a 0.5 the other day. It's going. I've got to trim this off because I know Peter at Chelmsford will say, "Oh, you look like King Henry," whoever he is. Falcon from the 50th, quite possibly my friend, I believe so. Russ and Anton, I think it's been to say. Yeah, Tommy's here as well. Love a Rusty watch. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? And we'll have a few prizes, as always. A few prizes at halftime. So if you are watching it, and maybe you want to go and watch the game and not watch us for the watch along, come back at halftime and we'll win some prizes. What we got? Let's have a look. I don't know who didn't. Does anyone know who's? I've got that, but I don't know whose signature is. So I might give that away, and you can it'll be like your own ancestry. You can figure it out who it is, because I have no idea who it is. You see, I've had it for a bit. Let's be honest. Yeah, I'll give away a few bits. Oh, got some nice bits to get. What we got? What's this? Jack Burkett. Oh, look, Jack Burkett signed picture. Oh, there's one for this one's. Howard would like that. We'll probably do what we got here. We'll do a few free. We'll do a few. We'll probably do maybe an older. We'll give a couple of bits away. We'll give that Jack Burkett one away. That's quite special. You know, one of the guys who won the European Cup Winners' Cup, and someone else who won the European trophy. We'll give those two away at half time to make sure you hang around. Ferguson is pointless. There we go. For me, I think Ferguson was bought as some cover for Falkirk. If he didn't return, we'd still have a striker. That's what I thought. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. Rusty on the mic, certainly am, mate. Devon Burns could be our Dan Burn. I think he's out, mate. I think his card's been marked. 2 strikers, one unfit, one old, other unfit and young. Perfect. I think Ariella is going to have a busy afternoon. 0.5 looks good. Yeah, well, it's all going to go. I'm going to buy one of those Manscaped. Not the Skull Crushers. They're like hundreds of pounds. It's going to go really. I'm going to do it smooth. So I don't think I can maintain a 0.5 all the time. Just don't think I can. But yeah, much better. I'm currently painting my daughter's Wendy house. Great fun. One of the great things about having kids is building stuff. Wendy houses. We've got LOL houses here, which she hasn't played in for about 3 years. Wrong to start Skulls with Mavra. Only not playing well at the minute. For me. That is an issue, Harry. You're probably right, mate. To be honest, I think Skulls played best when he has Cresswell behind him. Now he's going to have Kilman behind him, so I think it'll be Kilman, Todabo, Mavropanos as the 3. Wan-Bissaka and Mav I'm okay with, but on that left, will Kilman coach him through? I don't know. Hoping for a few surprises there. Let's hope. Is Paqueta strike? I had no idea, mate. I'm wondering how bad he needs to play before he gets hooked. Quite badly, probably. Ferguson bought his cover. What? I just think that's just my own opinion. And what I find Wendy House it is too. That looks like my mother-in-law's. You're not related, are you? That looks like my mother-in-law's garden. Adam sent me the picture. Actually, I think Flo used to have one exactly the same. There we go. Lovely to see. Ferguson must be poor in training for us to have seen little. The thing is, Irish, I was talking to Bobby Zamora, and Bobby Zamora was training him for the last 18 months or so. He's been doing striker, training, coaching at Brighton. And he said Ferguson is the most natural striker, is the best striker that Brighton have got. But he isn't built for how Hussler wants to play. He wants to play more mobile forwards, like the likes of, someone like Pedro. It was João Pedro, those sort of not fantastically clinical strikers, but mobile strikers. And I liken Ferguson to a sort of more modern day Johnny Artson. I always say from the drop, I don't think technically we are. All but obviously I don't think exactly. No, forget that dinosaur is for getting rid of Lanzini. I mean, I think Lanzini was past it, mate, to be honest. I'll be perfectly honest, Harry. I mean, I think Lanzini, his injuries just got too far. If he wasn't injured, then to be honest, I think if he wasn't injured, we're probably playing against him today, because I think he would have been at Liverpool by now. Same as a lot of our players. I think if they hadn't got injured, we wouldn't have. They'd still be probably elsewhere. The likes of Dean Ashton and people like that, I think would be elsewhere. Can't maintain 0.5. Do you know what? I don't like putting my hair in her hands, so to speak. Part of the reason why I started shaving my head was because, and it had to go shorter because she didn't do it properly. But I didn't say that. But some parts were 2, some parts are 1, and I think if I get on those skull shavers, I can just do it myself and keep it maybe and put a bit of polish in it, bit of Mr. Sheen, shiny, get the hair. I think it's time to go, as they said. Time to say goodbye. We've got a few minutes for a kickoff. Don't forget match bingo. Hit anyone, it's only UK based. Sorry for the likes of Irish Tommy and Gary and stuff. UK based. If you hit the QR code, download the app, buy your bingo tickets. We'll keep an eye and see how well we get on. I've got a few. As I said, it's good fun. Obviously it's gambling, but it's a bit like bingo. You've got a number of things you have to get, and we'll see how it works. We'll see how we go. I've got five cards, and the first one to get like a line, 2 lines, things like that. It's all good, and obviously by doing that, you're supporting the channel as well. Good friends at Match Bingo will be with us until the end of the season, doing the Matchday, the away watch-alongs, and also Matchday mornings at the ground. So you'll be reminded for the Southampton game next week as well. I asked for a long skin fade for my last haircut. The balding stage is happening fast. It happened fast, mate. It happened fast. My barber, Steve, from Wiggy's in Hornchurch, big West Ham fan as well, Steve. So it takes about 2 minutes to cut me hair, and then we talk about West Ham for 28 minutes. It was definitely used to be a 2. They went to 1, and then it was like last haircut. I said to him, "Can I go any shorter?" He went 0.5. I went, "Yeah, right." And now it's going to be Well, I'm gonna try and do it. I'm gonna have a look at Manscaped one. I think Hammer's Chat got some like a deal. I think if you get 10% off or something like that. So I'll go. Actually, our one's probably at West Ham Network is probably still up active. So you get 10% off. I know. Well, it's probably a little bit more because he massages it as well. So yeah. Not that type of massage before you get your head out the gutter. Now, don't forget, I'm going to be a couple of minutes behind you because that is the fun of the internet. So we're watching it, and then don't worry about, oh my God, we're so far behind. So you can either pause it, you can pause the live football and keep up with me, or just make do. Morning, Lawrence from Lancaster, Kentucky, with the herbs and spices from the Colonel. Hope you all, mate. Good to see you. What's on the Barbie? It's actually a bit early for Barbie, isn't it? A little bit early. They're doing a minute's silence for the 97, as we said, the anniversary. Someone reminded me is this week or next week coming. And it will always be impeccably by West Ham. It'll be already West Ham always very good at the minute silences. Yeah, we did, unfortunately. As I said, I don't mind that side, but for me, the only thing that's missing. Don't want to pause. Was it Death of 1,000 Cuts or whatever? Very funny, man. The thing is, you did it at 1:59 and we hadn't even kicked off. So that is impressive. In terms of the starting lineup, I'm happy with that. I would have preferred Alvarez instead of Ward-Prowse, but that's it really, apart from that. But yeah, apart from that, I think it's okay. As I said, if you want to get involved, Match Bingo, you can get your bingo cards on. And thanks to Match Bingo as well for their continued support of the West Ham Network. Great to see tribute to 97 who went to football match but never returned. True, yeah, indeed. And I think a lot of people of a certain age, Dean, will remember that very, very vividly. I do particularly. I remember that very vividly. My old man was a copper, and I remember it wasn't like I was going to go over there because he's down south. But I remember he had a lot of friends, a lot of colleagues, who, if I remember correctly, who were stationed in Liverpool. I remember that bit. I remember him looking at it very specifically. They are doing their what we got here. Come on, you irons, says Lawrence, and we're looking forward. As I said, we'll be kicking off, and we've kicked off. Bowen has kicked off, and we go. Bowie's on fire. We currently need 7 points more than Ipswich and 2 more than Leicester. Hopefully, we get 3 today. There we go. So it's only Ipswich can, and we'll play them last game of the season, isn't it? And I'll be in Dubai with the Dubai Hammers for that one. So I'm looking forward to that for 2 reasons. One, it's a holiday, and 2, seeing Dave and that. Like my brother as well, he'll be there. If we don't turn up, we get a 3-0 and we can go to the pub. Yep, sounds good. Sounds good to me. Anyway, West Ham are from left to right. Areola to Mavropanos. It looks like Mav's playing in the middle and Todibo's playing on the right hand side, but that might change throughout the game. Paqueta out wide to Ollie Scarles. I was at Polytechnic. Russ remember it well. The Lions. It was awful. It was, and Allison hoofs it wide. Mav's definitely playing in the middle. Do I want Mav playing in the middle of that back 3, or would I rather play Todibo? I don't know. I suppose it almost looks like a 4 we're playing, to be honest. In back 4. I don't know, it's very strange. A draw would be great indeed, Mark. It certainly would. Anyway, Liverpool got the ball just outside their box, and now they've crept into the West Ham. Salah against Ollie Scarles, doing well. Curtis Jones has got the ball. Curtis Jones then back to Salah. Well, Ollie cuts out the pass, the cross in. Conte goes out wide to grab him back. What we got here? You got a second miss. She's coming as well. Not the second miss. I've only got one. One's enough. No, we go there every year. Every year in May time. My brother lives out there. One of the part of Dubai Hammers, and my niece is out there, and my sister-in-law. And it's and we go out half term of May, and that's Flo's birthday as well. So she turns 13. Cross in. Headed out by Kilman out for a first Liverpool corner. 2.5 minutes into the game. I think we touched the ball about 3 times in the first 2.5 minutes. So that was a cross by Diaz, and Kilman does well to nod it out for a for a Liverpool corner. First one of the game. And it looks like Bradley's going to be taking it. Todd about having a little chat with Conte. How funny. Cross outs by Kilman. Jones back in. Knocked down. Salah back to Jones just outside the West Ham box, but it's offside. Michael's got bingo. How are you playing, Michael? How are you doing? Let me know. I'm fascinated to see how people get on. Let us know how you're getting on. Michael is probably referencing to match bingo down there. So we'll see how that goes on. Where's my cards? I don't really know. Caught offside. I'm doing all right. 4 to go. Yeah, so we can see I've got the first, throw on, taken, obviously. I've got offside, all that type of stuff. So I'm already on my way. I'm my thing. I'm not sure who from the ball's buying. I hate that. I hate it when they do it because he's the smallest bloody player. Anyway, Wan-Bissaka's got the ball. Little ball to Todibo, who hoofs it down the line. Headed out by Van Dijk, who clips the heel of Kudus. Wolves 1 up already against Spurs. Nice to see. Out Nori, 2 minutes. I'm sure the Spurs spy. Have you heard about the Spurs spy? They apparently have created a dossier of all the information that's been leaked. So I reckon they're going to start leaking false information to find out where it goes to. It's like James Bond. Long ball down the line from Scarles, but not very good. Went out for a Liverpool throw-on. He tried to release Kudus on the opposite side. Didn't quite work. 4 minutes gone. 4.5 minutes gone. 0-0. Blow up now, ref. I'm happy with that. Graham Potter unbeaten his last 3 games at Anfield. 1 win and 2 draws. There we go. Can he keep his Anfield unbeaten run going? Let's hope so. JWP does well. Clips the ball off Jones's toes. Goes back to the goalkeeper, Allison. Hoofs it wide. Todibo now head it to Ward-Prowse. We have one at West Ham. It's called Sullivan. Anyway, ball goes out wide to Diaz. Diaz 1-on-1 with Todibo. Saved by Areola, I forgot his name. Decent shot. Saved by Areola. Shouldn't really have troubled him. The only thing that could have troubled him was it was through a crowd of players and he might have seen it late, but decent save from Areola. Still Liverpool. All Liverpool. As we could well imagine at Anfield, having Van Dijk and Salah just signed new deals. Conte across to Van Dijk. Van Dijk looks up, goes wide to Tsimikas. Tsimikas to Diaz. Diaz versus Wan-Bissaka. Tsimikas off the feet. Todibo right to Areola, who then hits it long again to absolutely no one. Van Dijk versus Kudus. There's going to be one winner there. Bradley to Diaz. Diaz tries to cut inside. Flick on. Over by McAllister for a West Ham goal kick. Is that the first time he probably touched the ball in a little while? Quite possibly. 6.5 minutes gone. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. We had some really good interviews recently. We had Steve Lomas on last week, which was really good. We had James Tompkins on the week before. We've got some great ones lined up next couple of weeks as well. And obviously into the summer, we've got some really good ones lined up in the summer. Hopefully. So it should be good. Plus all the transfer news, which is going to be an exciting summer, according to Graham Potter in his press conference. So we'll wait and see what exciting means. Anyway, Van Dijk's got the ball just across the West Ham half. Goes at Tsimikas. Tsimikas, he has Soler in front of him, but does a little pass. He's going all the way back to the... No, not to goalkeeper. Goes back to Conte. Conte looks up. Goes to Van Dijk. That was a shock. Could have told you that was going to happen a million times. Little triangles. Yeah, not that great. Not that great. Let's just sort this out. Salah versus Kilman. Kilman does very well there. Take it off Salah, and it goes out for a Liverpool corner. Their second corner. We are but 7.5 minutes in. 7.5 minutes in. Oh dear, it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day. I've just got a feeling. Anyway, corner to Liverpool. Drifts it in. Flick on header. Misses everyone. So I'm pretty excited to be us welcoming half the worst Indeed. But don't forget, we signed Lucas Fabianski. He didn't do too bad for us, did he? He didn't do too bad for us recently. So will work if so, we won't need assistant referees. I think you still need them for everything else apart from offsides, throw-ins, and I mean, who's going to hold the flags up when you do the corner, when you do the what's it called, the substitutions? Anyway, Tsimikas cross, flag off for offside. But the only thing with semi-automated is you got like you got a small, so it can't be like the tip of the nose. It's got to be like a couple of centimeters or something like that. There's a bit of tolerance, isn't there? I think. Almost 10 minutes gone, and we haven't conceded. So I'll take that. Anywho, what's Adams in it? Oh, Adams finishes. That's good to see. I see Adam. Nice to see you've done that. Very good. Obviously, we have semi-automated now. Is it today? Yeah, it's this week, isn't it? This week it started, isn't it? Although I think a lot of the clubs last week trialled it, but there we go. Okay, starts. There we go. It starts indeed. Come on, West Ham. Alisson's got the ball. Not doing much with it. West Ham definitely have gone two up front with Bowen and Kudus. Back to Alisson. Alisson to Van Dijk. They're just playing it around the back. They look like a cat who's just toying with their toy. And then they're going to go, goal. Goes out wide. Goes back to Jones. Steve's asked, where is Fulkrug? Fulkrug's on the bench with Ferguson. I would assume Fulkrug will start next week. I think Liverpool, they just want to keep it tight and they'll come on. I would assume he'd start next week. We've got Southampton at London Stadium, 3 o'clock kickoff. I'm running the whole show, not here at West Ham. I'm doing I'm the floor manager for that, so I'm looking forward to that. I've been a one-game promotion. If we can keep it level until it comes on, are fairly poor in defending in their own half above a chance. I agree. That's probably what we're doing. If you've got West Ham shot on target, I've got some bad news for you. Let's have a look. How am I doing? How's everyone else? Anyone else doing the old match bingo? How's it going so far? Let's have a look, see what we're up to. And actually, there's other games, so you can do it for the Newcastle game later on or whatever as well. So, I'm doing all right. We've got 4 to go. I've got. I could get what we got. I'm waiting on yellow cards shown during the 4th, 14th, or 24th, and I'm waiting on a headed goal awarded. So I'm basically waiting on them to score, which seems a bit bizarre. Couldn't we play for possibly Jason? But I don't think. That's eventually how they're going to utilise them. I think, but I just think for probably Liverpool away with Salah and Van Dijk, and just the Todibo doing a great little bit of defending there. I think they're just wanting to keep it tight, and I just think that's what he does. Potter's tactics look impressive. Paul don't like it when you give him back little shoves. Yeah, a little bit like Arsenal used to be like that. Like with Fabregas and Flamini, you give him a little dig, a little rake down the side, and makes a big difference. Anyway, intercepted by Wan-Bissaka. McAllister looks up. Would have McAllister played under Potter at Brighton? I think so. Anyway, Van Dijk has the ball, looks up, goes to Diaz. What we got? We are not getting out of the second half of open up, but yeah, indeed, we know how he's going to play. Great tactics, tackled by Paqueta on the ref. We'll see. Yep. Let's have a look at the replay of the tackle. Oh, he took it. Oh, I think it's got to go to VAR. Exactly. No yellow. I think the VAR's got to look at that. Disgusting. 2-footed tackle off the floor. Wasn't in control of his body. I think the ref really sort of went down a bit too easy, I think, to be honest. But hey ho. Anywho, Liverpool have the ball. Conte to Van Dijk to Tsimikas taking the ball forward. He goes out wide to Luis Diaz back to Gravenberch. Gravenberch, little chip inside. McAllister's got the ball just inside the box. Back to Diaz. Diaz has gone for it. Tries to bring it in. Bradley's got the ball. Takes a shot. Was that a save from Areola? We'll see. I think it was a save. Let's have a quick look on the replay. Great shot from Bradley. He's a good player. I like Bradley. Diaz is doing that a lot, trying to get in the back post to Jota. No, it was just deflected. Paqueta is trying to help the match bingo. Nobody had in their card. No, indeed. Has anyone had the referee getting done in the house? Or at least a line. Eyes down. 2 fat ladies, you and your mother. On its own, number 1. Key to the door. 21? Can't remember. McAllister, corner. Out by Mavropanos. I think, yeah, Mavropanos. Jones out wide to Salah. He's quite good, apparently. Keep an eye on him. Jones takes a shot. Strains in the hands of Areola. I thought he'd gone through his legs. I thought that had gone right through his legs. But it hadn't. He's okay. Another shot from Nathan Jones. Goes straight in. I thought he'd gone through his legs, but it hadn't. We're okay. Liverpool popping 3 goals. Yeah, exactly. I'll let them shoot from there. like Conor Bradley, top defender, also part of Northern Ireland team that I don't know if it's a good for which are West Ham. They are indeed. Little 1-2s, but Kilman was managed. Kilman saw it all the way. He saw it all the way. We need a lump up top. Yeah, it's almost like we need some, like, I don't know, like a big German up front. That would probably do. That'd probably do it. I reckon a big German up front. But sadly, he's on the bench. He's on the bench. Currently, 16% of the first half is in the Liverpool third, 47% in the middle, and 37% in the West Ham third. 37%. Wan-Bissaka tried to take it off Jota, but manages. Kilman again did well. Soler hasn't got any help. Oh, Soler took too long and then went down a dead alley. Dead alley. Dead alley? Dead end. That'll do. Governbook and by Skulls, little 1-2 with Paqueta. Skulls back to Paqueta. Paqueta looks up. Where's he going to go? He's going to go back to Mavropanos. A little side pass to Todibo to Wan-Bissaka. Bit of keep ball. Oh, nice. Well played by Wan-Bissaka. Does Timicas, but unfortunately Diaz is right behind him. I mean a dead alley, not Delhi Alley. Watching this is just like waiting for it. Is indeed, Mandy. It certainly is. Is anyone close to a line? Anyone playing a match bingo? What are you up to? Let us know how many you're waiting for. Salah turns Skulls, takes a shot. Too easy. Too easy, that was. Great touch. Great touch by Skulls, by Ali. By Ali. I'm thinking of Dele Alli now. By Salah. And he turns Skulls too easy there. That shove by Salah isn't a foul. Anyone close to line, I'll wait until they score us, indeed. I did a line, only way to watch this, indeed. Very good. Anywho, Alisson has the ball in the goal. Goes to Van Dijk. Goes back. Little ball out. Oh, Scar's got done by it. Got done by him there. Done by Salah. Salah. Diaz. Bollocks. Diaz. And that came from, unfortunately, Ollie. Ball comes across. Literally, yeah, got ripped a new one there. And yeah. Exactly. He's far too tight. He's far too tight to Salah. And he just shoves him away. Goes across. Jota decides to leave it. I think he was slightly worried he might have been offside. And leave it to Diaz, who's no one's tracked him as a runner. I don't know how that happens, because surely that would have been Todibo's man and Mav would have all been down one. But I totally agree, Hammer. I'm not being nasty to him, but he's now he's not an academy player now. He's a first team player, and he got skinned, absolutely skinned, 2 or 3 times already in the first 20 minutes. Unfortunately, that's the decision you make. You play him in a big game like this. I think there has been a couple of times where he's up against genuine pace. He's not, he's learning the game, and he hasn't got someone in front of him, behind him. Like, I think you've seen his best games are when Cresswell's behind him. Anyway, Liverpool have now got their tails up, of course. Diaz offside. Ipswich 1 up at Chelsea. There you go. So he lasted about 18 minutes. I agree. I agree, Alan. I agree totally. Todibo to Soler, and Soler gets it kicked out. Anyway, West Ham throw on. Could have beaten us if they were blindfolded, says Peter. They're up similar age, but we're not putting pressure under him. Is he? I think for me, I obviously you're looking at scars, but actually, I mean, Jamie Carragher's making a good point, saying, look, Kilman's got brought in, and then you're leaving him light in the back. So, and I agree, I do agree that. But for me, you always want Chris. I think Cresswell there just coaches him a little bit. Anyway, Soler. Soler, Caduce's got the ball. Caduce. Oh, it's a power in the crossbar. Oh, what's going on there? Oh my God. It was going ping pong, and then Caduce ends up hitting the crossbar. Fair play. What an effort. And now they're on the attack now. And they are out wide. Salah. Well done by Ollie to cut that out. Ollie did well there to get rid of that ball. Well done. What a goal to concede. I know, exactly. We have a back five. We leave Diaz completely free. That's what I mean. That shouldn't have happened. Can you show the game? No. You're totally right. Not sure wing backs is the right way to go. It's Liverpool, both fullbacks out of position. Well, both wing backs out of position, isn't it? You're totally right. Yeah, and it feels like as I said, it feels like we're being toyed with. Obviously, we lost, was it 4-1 at London Stadium early this season, wasn't it? Christmas, wasn't it, if I remember correctly? I think it was, for me, it was, the fact was, how did Diaz just get into the box without realising? I totally agree. For me, I'm on my. For me, I'd put Wan-Bissaka on the back three, and people go, why put Bowen there? But actually, under ball comes across out for a corner. Under Brighton, like they had like Mitoma and stuff playing wing backs. Now I wouldn't say Mitoma was a defender, but there we go. I think Soler should have done better there, to be honest. Let's move that up. Anyway, looks like a corner to live. No, it's goal kick. Sorry. I mean, yeah, we're just not. We're not playing with. We are not only playing with a false nine, but a false manager too, Peter. Ow! Anyway, ball out wide. Salah, very poor. Ball goes straight out for a goal kick. Not worth that 42 million. If you look very closely at Russie's, you'll be able to watch it. Well, soon when it all goes, and I polish it all up, you'll be able to hear it. All right, good shiner. Blow the full-time whistle now, says Peter. Oh, I thought we had the ball then, but no, out for a West Ham throw on. 5 minutes, 5 yards just into our half. Scars of the throw on. He's managed to steal about 10 yards. Ollie needs to come off half time, or he will lose confidence. I don't think he will. I think he's not. He's not. He's young. He's learning. It's a good education. Is he going to wait until the fourth goal to bring the tank on? Why don't you stick a mirror to your forehead? That would be legal. I think Potter needs to protect. He's thrown him to the Lions day. I haven't. I just think he's shown. The thing is, some people say he could thrown to the Lions. Other people said he could be showing confidence in the lad, because it is the easier job. The less risky job would have been to put Emerson there, but Gravenberch just absolutely did Bowen. Was it Bowen or James Ward-Prowse there? We need to put the fixture into context. We played there 57th time and only won once, indeed. Remember when he came through, he made some blinders. He made some blunders, I think you mean, not blinders, blunders, yeah. Yeah, I remember coming on for the Brighton, the Bournemouth game, wasn't it? Burnley game. Anyway, it goes to Skulls. No, Seller out. We will need who can play for the 18s next week in the final. Yeah, there will be. They will be. So it's like Ezra Mayes and Josh Ajala. They'll be playing on Tuesday or Tuesday after next, mate. 22nd at Reading. These are the games the boy learns his trade. Indeed. And I think actually it will benefit, and I hope that he's now been. I hope that the likes of Kilman, people are telling him what to do. I remember interviewing Izzy Iqpen, and he was playing a game against Tottenham reserves, and Les Ferdinand was fucking over him, and I think it was Ian Pearce was telling him what to do, and by the end it was fine. That was no blunder. He's up against the world's best. Yeah, he's best. Exactly right. And he could easily have done it against Emerson. And I think we're going, he shouldn't have been there, but I think it will help. He does. You're totally right. And I think what you need to do with that, Mandy, is make sure that your left of the back three, centre off, is there protecting him, almost doubling up. And I don't think he is. When we lose, remember, we can take the positives. What crap, indeed. We always do, Dick. End of the day, no one chooses to be a West Ham fan, really. It's endowed on you, isn't it? So just do. Anyway, Paqueta has the ball. Sink or swim for Scars. Let's hope he swims. I think he's fine. Yeah, it's just quite. As someone said, Salah's been doing this all season. He scored 28 goals this season, something like that. He's the Premier League's top goal scorer. He's the Premier League's top assister as well. And you got someone who's played a dozen games in the Premier League against him. So I'm not like shitting a brick. Ball comes across. Get rid of it. Anyway, just on our group WhatsApp chat, just bigging up Scotty Scars. A little bit of nice play, but nothing much happening there. Anyway, 28 minutes gone, 1-0 down. Anywho, what we got here? Russ's head equals coconut. Thank you, Rizlord. Bigger teams than us have come here and had their asses handed to them. It's only one goal. We're still with a shout. Indeed. Catch 22 needs to bring on, but would ultimately forfeit the game in doing so. I agree. I'm sure Scars would rather play against than get skinned. I totally agree. And this is all part of his education. Needs to put Bone on the right so we can do what Salah is doing. Can we get out of our half? Indeed. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? Just to get out of our half. I'm sure that I'm sure we'll have the a little 1-2. Baron Wan-Bissaka's cut that out. Obviously, the best one-on-one defender in the Premier League. Don't know if anyone's just mentioned that before. Oh, little last now Paqueta's got the ball. What's he going to do? He's going out wide to Ollie. Ollie's going to take it forward. Bowen on the. He's got Bowen in front of him. Bowen looks up. Where's he going to go? Lovely ball to Soler. Nice ball to Soler. Soler looks up. Gets taken down. Free kick to West Ham. Here we go. The fight back begins, my friend. And the boat race has just started. Excellent. Ipswich 2 up. Wow. And what's the name? Formula One's a bit later on as well. The Bahrain Grand Prix. Looking forward to that. Big fan of the Grand Prix. Yeah, Ipswich now 2 up with Ben Johnson. Do you remember him? I think it's our Ben Johnson scoring. Lineups. No, it's not. Is that our Ben Johnson? I don't know. B Johnson, and he's playing right of a front three behind the striker. Ben did that before. Anyway, free kick. JWP steps up. 31 minutes gone of the first half. Puts it into the box. Oh, he's unlucky. Kilman could have timed his run a little bit better, but he was offside. Oh, there we go. You're totally right. Salah doesn't track back. We haven't made that advantage. Long ball wide to Salah. Salah versus Ollie. Salah tried a little ball, but Soler cuts that out. Gets a little give and go. Not that great. Let's have a look what's going on here. Still got the ball. Kilman to JWP. JWP looks up. Little ball across to Mavropanos. Oh, ball. Great save. Great save by Areola. Is that Jota? No, McAllister. Paqueta doing very well. Foul. That's it, West Ham ball. Anyway, Liverpool on the attack again. What a surprise. Goes out wide. Bradley bringing the ball forward. Versus Salah versus Skulls. Goes back to Gravenbeck. Goes back to Bradley. Ball across. Oh. Tolibo manages to cut the ball out there. Chimikas gets that ball out wide. Headed over by Luis Diaz. But I'm concerned the fans will start turning on if he gets beat too much. Is this the best Paqueta has played for us this season? He's having a decent game. Kilman's so bold, he seems lead-footed at times. I agree. They kind of already started. The last match requires he's not good enough. Already started. If Pot will change it, bring on. Does Raw Price ever go past the player? I don't think he ever goes past the player. Anyway, another corner for Liverpool. Ball in, straight out by Paqueta. Kudus. No, Bradley's got the ball. Yeah, Jane. It was Ben Johnson. It was our Ben Johnson who scored. If you're new in here, don't forget to give it a like, comment, share. All that good stuff helps us out. Don't forget also to check out our sponsors, Match Bingo. There'll be games to play after the game. Obviously, you've got the Newcastle Man United game as well to get your cards in. Use the QR code below to help the channel out. Thanking you very much. Gravenberg's got the ball. Hang around at half time. We're giving away a couple of signed pieces from two players who won European trophies for West Ham. Gary said he likes Ben Johnson since I was 2020, October 2021. I did as well. I just thought he was a squad player. And to be honest, he hasn't really played much for Ipswich either. I think, what was it? What's the expression? Prince, you can do lots of different things, but nothing really. He's a foul. Foul, okay. I'm off to watch F1. Yeah, me too. Me too, Michael. I do like a bit of F1. Obviously, West Ham's David Croft, jack of all trades, master of none. Thank you. That's all I needed was the first bit. Thank you. And obviously, David Croft, big West Ham fan, available on the channel. Go and check that interview up. But he was in Azerbaijan. I think it was last year, something like that. Or it might have been the year before. I can't remember. A while ago. Old Crofty, big West Ham fan. And friend of the channel. Never said how the same universities get to the final every year. They do very well, the boat race. So it's like the World Series. There's always two American sides in the World Series of baseball, isn't it? Anyway, ball comes across. Somehow Salah's got through, but well played by Aaron Wan-Bissaka, the best one-on-one defender in the Premier League. Did really well there to take the ball for Salah. Scars as well to get the ball back to Paqueta. Paqueta to JWP. JWP out to Todibo. And then Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka back to Todibo. Todibo. Paqueta's crying out for the ball. Scars in so much space on that left-hand side. If he just opened up and looked, so much space. Paqueta's doing really well there. Great little ball round. Unlucky. Bit too hard for Kudus. West Ham game. F1, then Rory wins indeed. Obviously, Billy Horseshoe didn't make the cut. West Ham fan. I've had him on the channel lots of times. Billy didn't make the cut, sadly. If only Ipswich had won a few more matches, they would be in the brown stuff indeed. Anyone for cricket? Not me. University of East London only has a jet ski. Very nice. Ball out wide to Salah. Salah. Little 1-2, but Scars does really well to hold the ball up. Does really well there. Great defending. Well done, Ollie. That's better. Paqueta does really well there to protect the ball there. That's very good defense. That's very good possession football. And then Bowen's... No, there's no help. There's no one there. Kilman to Todibo. West Ham are losing. I'm shocked, says JDM Joe. There we go. Spurs still losing as well. Kudus. No, it wasn't good. No, now Wan-Bissaka's got the ball. Aaron's bringing the ball forward, doing very well. Back to JOP to Paqueta. Paqueta out to Scars. Finally, Ollie's got the ball out on the left-hand side. He's been out there all game. Paqueta to Bowen. Bowen looks up. Where's he going to go? Ball across. Oh, Caruso! Offside. It was offside anyway. Offside. Great ball by Bowen. And Caruso just... Well, Van Dijk completely... Well, they all just completely go to sleep. I mean, it's miles offside. Miles offside. Just looking at Wan-Bissaka's great tackle. Does really well. Yes, indeed. Why is everyone glorifying? I don't. He's a good player, but not great. I think he's a good player. Riz in a average Premier League season. In my humble opinion. 7 minutes to go for half time. Ball goes across. Todibo clears up nicely. Diaz chasing down Areola. Little ball straight into the middle to Mav. Mav back to Todibo. Deals it very well. Goes to Mav. Mav to... Why is Mav playing right back? Anyway. Bit of play now. Paqueta, great ball to Bowen. Really unusual pass, but it works really well. Bowen takes on two. Not going to beat two of them. And now Liverpool on the attack. Wan-Bissaka does really well to cut the ball out. But now Jota's got the ball. Jota goes out wide. Scars is out of position because he was bringing the ball forward. Scars is really well there to take the ball away from Salah there. Very good. Imagine being a Spurs fan. I mean, Spurs have got the worst XG on average before the bottom. I mean, it's the bottom three, and then it's Spurs. Mental. Ball's being 2-0. They finish above us, leaving us in 17th. Impressive. Paqueta's defending me too. So that's a brilliant play. What the hell? I think, he's 28 goals this season. You can't deny that. But I just don't think I haven't been impressed with the Premier League at all this season. But Liverpool have been very consistent. I think they've ever been challenged as well. Des Spence scored an own goal for Spurs. He's going, isn't he? After they get knocked out by Eintracht Frankfurt, they'll get rid. Anyway, we got 5 minutes to go for half time. Terribly. Salah gets the ball, goes back to Bradley. Bradley goes back to Kanate. Kanate Kudus tries to take it off Van Dijk, but he's just too strong. Oh, Todibo made a chance there. Is it true the 100 is going to struggle? Quite possibly, Peter. Quite possibly. It's all going to be. I mean, the Paqueta stuff's not going to be done until the close season at the earliest, I think. And then there's opportunity. I mean, I don't think Paqueta's even given any evidence or been cross-examined. Mental. Great tackle by Wan-Bissaka. Commentators mentioned the lack of atmosphere. Have to agree. But it's the London Stadium's fault, isn't it? It's not. It's just the Premier League in general. I don't think, and Liverpool 1-0 up, and it's like, Salah's just signed a new deal. Van Dijk's, they're literally going to be winning the Premier League any second now. And it's as dead as a doorknob out there. It's not just West Ham that's poor. It's poor here. But we're led to be believed that we're the only ones where the atmosphere is poor. Shot from Kudus, unlucky. The FA must have worried they even put after the CWC. Indeed, did they find anything on Paqueta's phone? I don't know. Well, obviously didn't in the beginning because then they wanted it back afterwards. Indeed, Scars has been open all half. He has. Dead as a doornail, not doorknob. Well, Mike, I'm riffing. I'm riffing, Mike. I am riffing, but no, it is. I mean, I did a thing the other day about one of my morning musings, just saying how bored I am with the Premier League at the moment. I don't know what it is. It's just boring. Feeling it for Scars. He's on the high to nothing over there. Needs second half. I'm freestyling. I'm just ripping. I'm riffing. It's like jazz. It's like vocal jazz we're doing now. Anyway, ball over the top. Todibo versus Jota. Jota's holding up just inside our box. Goes to Diaz. Offside. I'd love to know what is semi-automated offside and what isn't. All Premier League grounds, says Trinity, lacked atmosphere compared to Italy. Yeah, they do. That's what I mean. I think Liverpool have won a boring, average season. I mean, their fans won't care, but it's just been boring. There's been no real excitement. Do you know what I mean? No real excitement, no real challenges. It's just been boring, really. Need a focal point up top. Yeah, if only had like a big German up front. Van Dijk knocks it out for a West Ham corner. Indeed. Good to just try and looks like a one-man show so far. I think if you have Fulkrug got there, you're going to get someone knock it on too. Indeed. Robotic refs, I like it. Watched Bayern versus Dortmund, brilliant game. Yeah. And I just don't know, it's just boring. A spectacle. I remember, I mean, as I said, we was talking to Steve Lomas, and we were talking about some of the players he's played against, and they were all every side of like some amazing players, and he just didn't like nowadays. Just don't get it. 1 minute added time. 1 minute added time. As I said, we're going to do some draws in a minute. So hang around. Think the Premier League is boring? Try looking at La Liga. Oh, Liga Portugal. JDP with a corner. Oh, he should have done better there. Should have done better there. Mavropanos. Clear header. That was a free header. Should have done a lot better. Great corner from JDP. Mav, all on his own. Free header. Should have done better. That should have been a goal. That should have been a goal. Russ, do players get fined for cutting holes in back socks? I don't think they do now. I think they used to, but I don't think they do now because everyone does it. Liverpool, Belfast, yep, I've had bit those better. As I said, for me, and it's half time. Let's get that ready. For me, I agree. I totally agree, and I think, there's just, as I said, like I think like Arsenal Invincible season would eat this lot for breakfast. I missed the day when we scored a few of them. Will someone tell me what the fuck does Jay? Well, he did a great corner there. Half-time opinion, please, Russell. Give it to you. Liverpool hard to break. Cambridge one, they're very good. Hard to break down. Are we too worried about relegation, losing to play open football? Possibly, maybe, but I think we're already talking about the season ahead already, aren't we? Anyway, anyone on Twitter or X, if you want to come and join us on the YouTube channel, we'll be giving away some stuff. We're actually giving away 2 prizes for half time. We're going to give away. Actually, we'll start this one. Jack Burkett won the European Cup Winners' Cup, and someone else who won the European Cup, Jared Bowen. So we're going to give away those 2 in a minute. All you have to do, it's quite simple. All you got to do is come in. Let me just sort this out. And let's give hashtag in the chat. Put hashtag BFG. BFG. Let's go back to. Let me sort this out. BFG. Hashtag BFG. And we all know what that stands for. Big effing German. That's what we need. Liverpool are a great team. They give 0 seconds on the ball, score in the 60th and 67th. Looks like daggers going down this season. Obviously, Regan Clayton on loan there at the moment. If I do this, that's better. And then I can present my screen. Where is it? Share screen. Let's get all this ready. Share. Lovely stuff. Oh, there we go. Brilliant. Everyone putting BFG in there. BFG. Very good. No copy and pasting, Howard. Right, let's draw that in a minute. So yeah, if you put in anyone who puts in the hashtag BFG, we're giving away we'll do it in chronological order. We'll give away the Jack Burkett picture first. So let's go back to that. Let's move this. Do that. That'll do. And let's rewind. Let's see what we got. So the first one, obviously, is West Ham Network. We'll do it again. So the winner for the Jack Burkett picture goes to Romulus Luciana. Congratulations, Romulus Luciana. If you want to claim your prize, West Ham Network at gmail.com. And also we're going to give away, keep putting the names in, we're going to draw it again any second now. We're going to draw it again, so keep putting your hashtag BFG like I've put in there. Put them in there, and we're going to be giving away. So that was to the Jack Burkett signed picture. Well done, Romulus Luciano. This next one is going to be for. Can I remove that? Next one is going to be for a. Now, this guy you might have heard. His name is Jared Bowen. A signed Jared Bowen picture. It's going to go to one lucky person. And we're going to be giving that away very, very shortly. So don't forget to put into the chat hashtag BFG. And we're going to draw that bad boy in 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Super smashing great. Let's see what you could have won. That's going to go on eBay. Up to you. It's not going to work ever. I totally agree. I hate it. I hate the idea of Bowen up front. It's just hopefully he'll take off. He'll probably take off Soler, I reckon, and then bring on the BFG. Peter has to be BFG. Just to give you another second to do that. Totally. Bowen doesn't work up front, and Caruso work up front. BFG up front, two behind, Paqueta, JWP in the middle. Give it a go. Thank you, Peter. I want you to draw. Okay, let's see who it's going to be. Who's it going to be for the signed Jared Bowen picture? Jared Bowen. Supporters Potter. Congratulations over on X. If you and Mr. Luciana want to email us, westhamnetwork@gmail.com, we'll get it into the post next week. And congratulations. Lovely stuff. Lovely to see. How is it a fix? Anyway, now I want nothing else being at the club. Yeah, totally agree, Peter. Totally agree. So we look at a junior team. They run past us, around us, and we lose. Second ball. How is it rigged? I don't get it. Sure, if it's rigged, someone like Mandy would win or Peter. No worries, mate. Thank you very much. Don't forget to email us at westhamnetwork@gmail.com and Sport Potters within the next week. If not, then it'll be rolled over if you don't select it. How are we doing? I'm just having a look and seeing how I'm doing. How are we doing on my bingo? I've got one card. So one line's already been claimed for £25. I've got one card still to go. So we'll end up direct woodwork hit, no goal. I thought we had that. Maybe I don't know. What we got here? 2 minutes injury time. Very 1 minute. Maybe not. Second substitute made. Yep. And headed goal. So Mavropanos could have scored that, and that would have got me almost a line. VAR check on the Spilly thing. Not going to happen at all. Right, quickly, in the halftime, I want you to give me your halftime match analysis. One word match analysis, please. Halftime review, one word. That's all I want, and we're gonna zoom through them all. One word. Halftime analysis. What we got? One word. Mine's going to be frustrating, but I think that's basically my whole year, to be honest. Thankful, sloths, expected, experience, skulls, sad face. Who wins the Master Night? Rory's 2 in the lead, isn't he? Shite. Piss in the pool. Interesting, Gaz. Interesting. Prolapse has said that just shite. Flat. Negative. Are doing well at halftime. Predictable. Crap. I think it'd be fascinating to see what happens at the start of the second half, to be honest. Comeback. Halftime yawn. Possession. Win. Says Mark Stoner. Win. Let's hope so. Unmagical. Is it or is it immagical? Probably right. You're probably right. What we got here? possession, back for us and get Falkirk. That's a lot of words for one, Andy. That's all I want. It's just one word. Just what I want. Just one word. Congratulations to the winners as well. Wandless. Wooden. Sanguine. What's that stand for? Sanguine. Is it sanguine? Optimistic or positive, either in an apparent bad or difficult. That's a great word. I've learnt a new word. Incomprehensive, Hufflepuffs, Potteresque, Mav off for Falkirk, Emerson for Scars. We are better in the second half. Snooze, Soler out, Falkirk in. I'm sure Potter would set for 1-0. I'm sure he would. Beaten, says Peter. Defeatist attitude from unimpressed. But you did win. You have one signed Jared Bowen picture, haven't you? Support sponsors. So email us at westhamnetwork@gmail.com. With your email, with your postal address, we get it out. Encouraging. In what sense? In what sense? Beige. I mean, where's the stats? Let's have a look at the stats. Stats. 32% possession to West Ham, 68% possession for Liverpool. They've had 9 shots, we've had 6. We've had 4 on target, 2. 3 goalkeeper saves from us, 2 from them. 6 touches inside the box at West Ham, 27 for Liverpool. 4 corners and 1 corner for West Ham, 1 right at the end, which Mr. Noble Panel should have done a lot better. Open, we're happy. Thanks, mate. Spread the word. Bowen Pritchard, predictable. Come on, Potter. Let's see Kudus left. And that's the thing, right? People moan about Kudus not playing, or he's not playing his right position. Kudus' best position is out wide, in my humble opinion. His best games have been where he's played out wide. Apathetic, great word. Go, Lucho, go, says El Guapo. I'm glad for you. I'm glad for you and yours. I do like that word. It's a good word, open. And it is pretty predictable, as you could imagine. Lots of people here. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, share all that good stuff. Helps out the channel phenomenally. You don't realise how much it does just by giving it a little like or a little comment afterwards. It really, really benefits the channel. It really helps us gets to the top of the algorithm. It's fantastic. Sausage Fest. We were getting pushed back, and Falkirk's not a runner. But for me, Prolapse, having Falkirk there just brings in, it will command someone like Van Dijk and maybe even Konate as well. And with that, you've got the ability to knock it on. And I tell you what, he's a good player. I like Nicholas Falkirk. I think if we had a fit Falkirk this season, I think we'd have been a lot higher up in the table. Would that mean Lopetegui will win the job? Quite possibly. Non-adventurous, vanilla. Good job it isn't a late game, as it'll be all over by 4:00. Indeed. You can just chill out then. You can just chill it out. Just watch the Formula 1, then watch the Masters. We have 2 wonderful. We still have 2 wonderful right wingers. 1 too many. I don't think you'll see that in the summer. So much better Watchalong than the Snooze. Oh, bless him. We got here. Everybody's laughing. Birmingham versus Peterborough in the trophy final. For me, Prolapse. I know. It's like Prolapse. It's like just great word, great name, great name. As I said, don't forget to check out our lovely channel partners at Match Bingo. Get your cards ready. Get your cards if you're going to watch the Newcastle Man United game. You can get your cards for that as well. And then, obviously, for the Southampton game next week, we'll be reminding you, don't worry about that. If we don't beat the worst team in the Premier League history, it needs to go in quickly. If you don't throw a punch, you can't win a fight. Yes. If you don't buy a raffle ticket, you can't win a goldfish. I like that. Don't throw a punch, you can't win a fight. You're totally right, my friends. You are totally right. It's tragic, isn't it? Focus and outlets, and thing is, how many long balls have we been punting over there today? So many, and it's just nothing's happening. Because you're up against Bowen against Van Dijk. Who's going to win that? Just yeah, not a fan. And that's why I agree. At least the long ball, we can hold it up and bring players in it. We hit the long ball and it gets knocked straight back to us. It's like, what's the point? Yeah, Chelsea losing against Ipswich 2-0, Wolves 2-0 up against Spurs, and obviously Liverpool are beating us. Just see if there's any changes at half time. I don't think we'll do it immediately. But then we'll wait and see. That's always the commentator's kiss of death, isn't it? Looks like we are staying. Looks like we're staying the same. No, Cresswell's injured. So yeah, that was always one that it didn't look like he was going to start. But it looks like we're all the same. So I'll give it probably 15 minutes, and then you'll see the Falk. That was always Moyes, wasn't it? Moyes is always 60 minutes. 60 minutes was always his thing. Don't forget to give us a like if you are watching. Give it a like. Always helps the channel out tremendously. You don't realise how much it does help. Even a comment or a little like or a subscribe, obviously, or share it with your friends. You can do all that down below. Fulkrug on to Boss Vidi. I think that will happen sooner rather than later. I reckon 15 minutes and he comes on, to be honest. Right, we are getting ready for the second half. Will I have enough battery on my iPad? We'll see. If not, I'll change. We played first half, so there's no point changing the right. It's time for Potter to play his cheat code for Chris. Yeah. Well, I thought we almost done it. Mavropanos right at the end. That would have been a turn up for the books, wouldn't it? Right at the death of the last kick of the second half of the first half. Mavropanos bullet header, but not quite, unfortunately. Not quite. So everyone's we still up as a 5-3-2. And we've kicked off. The second half has kicked off. They were playing left to right, West Ham playing right to left, unsurprisingly, because it's all changed. Scar's hoof sit up into the air. Paquetto, I think, has had a really good game. Soler has been a bit quiet. Goes to Kudus. For me, that's an easy sub, and it's Soler for Fulkrug. He was very lucky there, JCT. He took down Tsimikas right on the edge of the box. Although I think he probably made a meal out of it. I mean, he did. He took down his back heel. Jesus. So Liverpool have got a free kick right on the edge of the box, practically, for West Ham. The West Ham's box. Looks like... Can't see. Oh, looks like McAllister's going to take it. Lee says, time for some Potter magic yawn. So is it McAllister or is he going to tee out for Tsimikas to rifle it in? I reckon he's going to tee out for Tsimikas to rifle it in. Oh, it's a save, hits crossbar. Great free kick by McAllister. He's hit some whip on that for sure. And it's Areola, combination Areola and the crossbar. Kudus trying to make himself a bit of a nuisance, which is good to see. Jones has got the ball, plays it inside Salah. So now Salah's got the ball. Dinks it forwards to McAllister. Kilman does well to clear it out for Liverpool corner. Let's see that free kick again. McAllister with a free kick. Whips it in. And it hits the crossbar. It wasn't Areola. It's a crossbar. That was a really good free kick. Really good. Yeah, I thought it was a save. Anyway, Simicast with the corner. Headed back out. Kudus gets the ball, hoofs it wide. Nothing happening there. Nothing happening there. How's everyone doing their bingos? I've got 5 more to get for a full house. Don't think I'm going to get it, but one of them is the second sub or whatever. Anyway, Paqueta's hounding Konate. He's gone back to Allison. Nice bit of pressure there, West Ham. Scars does really well against Saladin. Gets his toe end in front of him. I swear it looks like we're almost playing a back 4 at times now. Tolibo gets absolutely skinned by Diaz, but runs out of space. I mean, there, it's a back 4. It looks like we're playing now. And Tolibo's playing right back. But weird. I don't really understand what formation is sometimes. Chelsea won backs Howard. Yeah. I mean, West Ham got the ball. Tolibo to JWP. Tolibo's having a bit of a torrid time against Diaz. No one's helping him out. And it's a throw on. Oh, he's giving a foul. Oh no, I don't understand what's happening. Has a free roll in a back 5. So there you go. It does seem like it very much a free roll. Cho's defensively doesn't help us out, does it? In the back, it's got a free roll because it means everyone's moving across one on the right hand side. But there we go. Anyway, Liverpool just into our half. Pardon me. Todibo's got the ball now. He's going to bring it forward a little bit. Got done. No, I don't think that's a foul on Joe. I don't think that's a foul on Joe on Todibo. I think he was quite lucky there. 5 minutes gone, almost of the second half. Still 1-0 to Liverpool. No changes, no subs for either side. I reckon you've got another 10 minutes and then it's going to start moving. Mavropanos has got the ball in the middle, halfway into our half. Paqueta back to him, to JWP. JWP to Todibo. Oh, it's another own goal for Ipswich. Axel Twanzebe scored an own goal for Ipswich. It's West Ham's playing it on the back. Liverpool are not really bothered when it's in our half, to be honest. Goes out wide to Scars.
Sorry.
Shut. Unlucky Scars. Scars then made the decision, but Kudus decided to come inside. It is quite dull, isn't it? It's quite dull. It's not very exciting, let's be honest. Anyone watching on X, don't forget to jump over to the YouTube channel and give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share. So you can't do that on X. There's almost 500 of you watching on X. So come over and say hello on YouTube and help us out. Get to our next goal, 30,000 subscribers. Ward-Prowse gets away with it and Paqueta out wide. Kudus has got the ball in the 10 roll. Kudus out wide to Scars. Loads of space on that left-hand side for someone to go into. Scars overhits the pass. Paqueta does well to maintain the ball. Thanks, Steve. Ball through to Bowen. Bowen takes a shot. Oh, he gets charged down. Was he offside? Offside. Damn it, Janet. Nice ball through. Bowen just creeped offside. The semi-automated offside would have taken that. Let's turn that up a little bit. There we go. Oh, God. Come on, West Ham. It's got to be Folk time soon, surely. It'll transform the side. Hey, Steve's over here now. Thanks, Steve. Give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. Do it all if you want. Pass the sides backwards as soon as you lose it. Cross it, we lose it. Pathetic. It is. It's gone out for a Liverpool corner off Kilman. Sue fell for that would scare some. Not at all. Not at all. That's one person I don't want to see up against Salah. I remember like 18 months ago he was getting ripped a new one with him. Anyway, McAllister's taking the corner. Liverpool corner for McAllister. Headed out by Kilman. No Mavropanos, sorry, my apologies. Gone back in. Oh, he's tried to. I think he didn't mean to do that, but he tried to dink it over. Ended up dinking it over Areola, and he ended up taking it out for a corner. Did he mean to do that? I don't think he meant to do that. 3 pass there in a box for a 6 pass. Give it away, indeed. Anyway, another corner. Areola tips it over. I don't think he really meant that, but he could have done. It was like a chipping wedge shot by McAllister. I do like McAllister. He's a good player. And can someone explain why is Virgil van Dijk being marked by JWP? I don't get it. Anyway, Darren's in the chat. Darren, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. Paqueta doing very well. Oh, and then he loses it. As soon as I say that, he loses it. Van Dijk tries to lay it off. Scars is the right thing. And Areola clears it. Now, let's go. Let's go. Van Dijk's out of position. Go out wide. Look up, Kudus. Wan-Bissaka was so clear. So clear. Todibo. It's Todibo, not Todibo. It's Todibo, to be honest. You're pronouncing it wrong. And then Soler back to Todibo. Todibo to Bowen. Bowen, little touch to Wan-Bissaka. Kilman, nice ball out wide to Scholes. He's got a lot of space he can run into. Paqueta back to Mavropanos. Mavropanos looks up, goes to Soler. Soler back to Paqueta. Goes out wide to Scholes again. Goes back to Paqueta. Paqueta tried to force the pass through. Kudus. What's he going to do? Pointless little bit of skill there. And goes out wide to Todibo. Todibo to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka. Is he going to take him on? No, he's going to go back to Todibo. Todibo takes a touch. And then he hurts his knee. They're showing a VAR check on JWP. That just made JWP's time at West Ham. Instead of giving that as a handball. Oh. Toleration. He went down. He should be all right. Hobbling a little bit. Why is James Ward-Prowse on the pitch? Why did we take him back? Well, I mean, you know, it was a good corner. But Mandy is right, and Ollie Scars is coming off for Ollie Scars. So for me, that sounds like Wan-Bissaka's going left side. Surely that makes sense. There's so much space on that left hand side. I think Wan-Bissaka will go to the right hand side, and then that's what I would do. Are they doing it? Yeah, they're doing it. Yeah, there's so much space on that left hand side. that arguably someone like let me just sort this out. But it's a strange one. Why is that not working? So I'm just trying to find my. Where's my thing gone? Oh, shut up, Peter. I'm doing 27 things at once. You're just moaning at me all the time. Right, why is that not working? Right, there we go. Let's sort this out. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought, Mandy, would happen now. There we go. That's been changed. Not the first sub I thought would happen, to be honest. But in a way, on that left-hand side, there's so much potential there. There's so much potential. It's someone with arguably Wan-Bissaka's a bit more forward-thinking. He's a bit quicker as well. He'll give Salah something to think about. I know he never treks back, but still. And maybe he doesn't see so much of a threat down the right-hand side. Maybe, I don't know. But then the goal was scored. Wan-Bissaka very well there. Right, Kudus got the ball, but gets held back for a throw-on. Sums up Potter, mate. We are losing. His first time is defensive-minded. I don't think it is, Dean. I don't think it is, in all honesty. I think it's actually randomly is a little bit offensive. And I'll tell about it in a minute. There's a couple of substitutions. Jota's coming on. Jota and Tsimikas is coming on for Gakpo's coming on. And Tsimikas is coming off for Robertson. Let me just sort that out. Robertson. Let's download that. Actually, I think it's actually more offensive in a weird way, because I think it means that we can get more on that left hand side by still covering the right hand side. It's not the big German. I'll give you that, but there will be. He'll be on soon, no doubt about that. There we go. It's been changed. That might move things along a little bit now, because I just think it gives that left hand Liverpool's right hand side something to think about with Wan-Bissaka in an attacking sense. But then the first thing they do is West Ham is hoof it up, and unsurprisingly, Konate is stronger than Paqueta. Shock. JWP's got the ball. Goes to Kudus. Kudus back to Mavropanos. Dodebo to Soufal. Soufal, nice little dink over to Soler. Soler crossfield ball, but there's no one there. Oh, if there was a forward there, that would have been a goal. Anyway, Wan-Bissaka to JWP to Paqueta back to JWP to Kudus. Kudus looks up, goes wide, back to Dodebo to Soler, who I forgot was playing, in honesty. Tottenham have got one back. Tell scored for Spurs. Nice ball over from Paqueta. Hasn't been rolled out by Van Dijk. Bowen wide. Oh, Soler should have done better there. Great ball across by Bowen. Paqueta, great ball. Great pass. Onside. Van Dijk doesn't deal with it well, as we know. Defensively, I think they're quite weak. Ball comes across, and Soler should have buried that. Absolutely buried that. We've had a couple of chances. Mavropanos and that. Two real clear-cut chances that we needed a bucking forward in the front. And that would have actually three chances, because that ball across about 2 minutes ago, a decent forward in there would have smashed it. No killer punch, says we are like Frank Bruno. We are the submissive players in claret and blue, says Peter Chimidoo. Kilman does well, but he goes straight back to Liverpool. McAllister out wide. It's only gone all grey. It's beautiful weather this week. It's gone all grey. Anyway, Gakpo versus Sufal. Sufal does well to keep the ball. Does well. Heavy touch of Toto, baby. Does well to recover from that. Paqueta wants the ball. He's in the middle, but he's got a man coming. JWP out wide to Kilman. Kilman's going forward. This is a bit more like it. On the front foot, let's go. Out wide to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka's got to go down the line to Kudus. He does. Kudus checks. Look up, Kudus. Nice ball back to Wan-Bissaka. He manages to keep it in. It's better. But then it just stops. Wan-Bissaka back to Kudus. Takes a little touch. Tries to take Bradley on. Does well to get something. To get a bot. Well done, Kudus. See him get it in there. And going back, goes back to Areola's poor ball by him. Why has he done that? Anyway, we've got the ball back. Jerry Peace picked it up. It's gone back to Sufal. Sufal back to Todabo. Todabo to Kilman. What are we on? Now Wan-Bissaka out on the left again. You see, spread the play out now by him playing the left-hand side. Wan-Bissaka versus Bradley done very well to keep it going. Martin's just got hashtag BFG. Indeed. 3-1 Wolves, says Mandy. If they scored, they would. If we scored, they would just up their game. It does seem, to be honest, that they've just not down to. They've knocked it back and they're just playing it around. And as you said, if it does, they'll creep back up and carry on. As you said, we'll probably score. If they equalise, they'll probably score their second within a couple of minutes. McAllister's gone down a heavy challenge. Afternoon, Mike. Hope you're well. Nice to see ya. Bob's in the house as well. Hope you're well, Bob. Hope you are all well. If you're new around here, don't forget to like, comment, share. Go back and check out some stuff you want to. We've had we had James Tompkins on last week, which was good fun. And we had Steve Lomas on as well. So all good. Is anyone doing the old bingo? Anyone doing the old bingo? How's everyone getting on? Actually, wasn't the second substitute be made? Oh, I don't understand how it works. But anyway, Liverpool on the attack. Goes it wide to Salah. Salah versus obviously West getting a foul for really on James Ward-Prowse. No. 2 fat ladies in your mother, 2 slim ladies, 62, says Peter. See, we've got to get the strike on. I totally agree, Mike. I am under no apprehension. We need Fulkrug on this side. Fulkrug now would give them something. It looks like they're going to make. Is it Kwanzai? Kwanzai is going to. It's coming on for Liverpool. We need the BFG on. That's what we need. Anyway, it's a free kick. It looks like McAllister's taking it. McAllister takes it. Headed out by Kilman. Gakpo gets it just in under the box. Little ball inside, but yeah, totally missed by McAllister. Anyway, Kudus, ball out by Areola to Kudus. Paqueta knew he was going to get tackled, but he just let it ride. Great ball fall from Bowen. Bowen's through. Bowen. Oh, great save by Allison. Should have done better there. Bowen should have done better. Much better. Fantastic ball by Paqueta. Bowen, great run. Probably going to be off. No, maybe slightly onside. Bowen should have done better, or even squared it to Sufal. Great. I mean, Allison stood tall and great save, but Bowen should have buried that. Out for a West Ham corner. Now, last one, Mavropanos should have scored. Yeah, Good move. Great pass from Paqueta. Paqueta's had a really good game today. Really good game. Liverpool making 2 more changes. Jones is coming off. And Bradley's coming off. They're getting nervous. They're getting nervous. Slobbert size coming on. And looks like, is it Kwanzai? I just got to spell it now. B-O. Not B-O. B-O-S-Z. Oh, S-Z. L-A-I. Definitely spell that wrong. Anyway, Slobotsai and who Bradley went off for. Anyway, corner again. You know, those corners are making them. Liverpool are really suffering. Not dealing with them very well. Is it Kwanzai? That's it. Yeah. S-Z-O-B-O-S. S-Z-O. That'll do. Again, should have had a decent, really opportunity there for a good free kick, a good corner again. Better cut of them now. Let me just change that. There we go. Right, let's go. Paqueta's put the ball inside West Ham, driving forward. Another ball over the top to Bowen. Alisson does well to get rid of that. They're really trying this ball over the top, Paqueta, this early ball for Bowen running between the two defenders. Strad Larson scored for Wolves. 3-1 down. Potter piss taker. Needs to get this. Yeah, needs to the BFG. Indeed, Liverpool will be losing against most other teams. Well, I mean, we've had 2 or 3 really decent opportunities, which, you know, we should bury. You know, Bowen should have done better in that one-on-one of Alisson. No doubt about that. There was the header. There was a couple of balls across. Could have easily scored 2 or 3. In all honesty, real good opportunities. Right, 20 minutes left. Is he gonna twist or stick? He's got to twist, surely. I mean, last 10 minutes, West Ham, 2 shots, Liverpool none. West Ham have 17 passes in the final third. Liverpool only had 7. So, you know, the Liverpool are letting us get into the game. We just need the BFG. It's so obvious. We just need it. Anyway, Wan-Bissaka to Kudus, ball cross! Ball went across, and again, a striker would have been there and would have buried it. So frustrating. Great ball. Alisson puts it into, you know, you'd have had a Fulkrug running onto that. Oh, so annoying. So annoying. I've said this a million times. This setup needs a Fulkrug, needs a target man striker, and you see completely different side. Completely different. We can get something if he's brave, but I don't think he will be. 20 minutes late. Is that too late? I don't know, Peter. We are running the game. Just need a target. Oh my God, what a move. No one in the middle was tapping in. I know. Anyway, Liverpool in the attack. Wan-Bissaka manages to get something out of the way, so it doesn't go straight to Cran's eye. Not impressed with Potter at all, the way he has not brought on hair flick. I don't get it. I don't understand. And we are crying out. We're crying out for him. I just don't get it. Anyway. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's the type of thing I'd love them to ask after the game. Why? Why no? He's not even like he's warming up. It was like Bone was looking. The last attempt, the camera's back and he's there and Fulkrug's behind him. This is straight off the Moyes playbook. Wait, bring him forward and do it far too late. Oh, Paqueta's gone down. If he isn't fit, he should be on the bench. Well, I think he did say he was. He was fit, and it's 20 minutes. And for me, there's been enough here to have got at least a point today. Now that being said, Peter's probably right. Then Liverpool might turn up, like dial it up, but it's just frustrating. Really frustrating because there's just need. You thought Liverpool would probably try and get a second to call the game out, get the game out. Alisson, a lucky ball straight out. They go out wide. Gakpo against the lad. Takes it back inside. Grafenberg out wide to Kwanzai. Kwanzai looks up. Where's he going to go? He's going to go back to Grafenberg. Grafenberg out wide to Slobber. Is it Slobberside? I can't see. I think it's Robertson, actually. It's Slobberside. It's Robertson. They're just passing it. The two of them have reached no pressure really applied by West Ham just yet. McAllister to Slobberside. Slobberside out wide. Goes to Salah. Salah versus Wan-Bissaka. Out for a Liverpool corner. Salah's only touched the ball 4 times this second half. It shows you, BFG. Anyway, it's corners Liverpool. They're probably scoreless now. And that'll be our hopes and our ambitions dashed for another game. Anyway, McAllister, corner, goes wide, straight out by JWP. JWP, for some reason, chasing down Alisson. No chance. What's the point of that? We'll waste a bit of effort there. Now you're out of position. Wan-Bissaka did very well there with Paqueta. I'll tell you what, Paqueta's having a fantastic game. He really is. No look pass to Wan-Bissaka. JWP. Kudus to Soler. Free kick. Goes out wide. If we lose this game, it's 100% on Potter. Yeah, I totally agree. Paquetá tries again, trying to thread this perfect ball through. A couple of times, 50-50 times it's worked. Right, come on. Soler's got the ball just inside the West Ham half. He looks up. Where's he going to go? Where are you going to go? Goes to Kudus. Right, BFG's coming on. Guilherme's coming on. BFG and Guilherme are coming on. About 20 minutes too late, in my humble opinion. Right. Just kick the ball out and just get him on now. I'd rather just get him on rather than wait another 5 minutes. Soler's drifting through the midfield, doing well. He's gone to Kudus. Kudus is doing well, turned. Takes a shot to Soler. No, knocked out. Paqueta to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka takes it to Kilman. Kilman back to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka looks up. He goes little 1-2. Soler's back to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka out for a corner. Corner to West Ham. Nice to see. Bit of movement. Solari's the last 10, 15 minutes is really having a go. Really woken up. Right, Soler was just playing very well. He's now coming off. For Soler. Louis Guilherme's coming on. And who else is going to come off? And Todibo is coming off for Guilherme. So full crew gone for Soler and Guilherme on for Todibo. Set piece just in time for the BFG. Ball comes across. No. Right, let's just sort this out quickly so everyone knows what's happening. Okie dokie, there we go. Okay. Why not, Matt? I think to be honest, I think it's full crew. I think Todibo is always a little bit injury prone. I think he's taking him off. But I agree. But when you're playing all that bit defensive, you need a finisher. Totally. It's Todibo French for an early bath. You got 12 minutes plus 6 minutes or so injury time. The first couple of games under Potter, I thought he might be good at point blank. I'm believing I was right about him. Brighton made him look good. No confident possibly different next season. Let's wait and see. Last 5 shots, four being West Ham, 1 Liverpool. What a random little icon there Sky Sports put in. Anyway. Right, West Ham on this and ref tells them to bring it back. Right, 11 minutes to go plus injury time. Paqueta out wide to Guilherme. Guilherme on the right hand side. On the right hand side. Guilherme's got the ball. Knocked down cross, but still got it. Guilherme, little hook ball. Hooks him. Wan-Bissaka, not quick enough. They could take their keeper off and we wouldn't score, says Peter. Ever the optimist is old Pete. Old Pete from Chopsford. Anyway, Guilherme's on. Full crew's on. You got Kudus playing, Bowen, Paqueta. Anyway, out for a goal kick. Allison, long ball, but James Ward-Prowse wins it. So this is what I want to see. I want to see what happens with full crew. And I'm in the minority, but I realise I like him. I think he hasn't played well the last couple of games. I thought he played half decent today. A decent game, Dean. I think we can get better than him, in my opinion, but I think he's played all right. He ball across. Oh, Paqueta tried to drip over the top, but straight into the hands of Mr. Allison. But you see what Potter says. Yeah. Be interested to see what happens in terms of the delay of bringing on the forward players. That to me is what is weird. Sufel cuts out the crossfield ball, but it goes straight back to Robertson. Robertson ball over the top, which Ariola's had a couple of saves. He hasn't done actually fuck all this week, this game, isn't he? Second half particularly. Anyway, here we go. Kilman goes to Kudus. Kudus turns. Gets a foul. JWP to Mavropanos. Mavropanos looks up. Little dink pass. What a shit pass that was. But, no. Funny, we play a big team. Kudus. I've always said about Kudus. But to be honest, Michael, most teams will up their game when they're playing against, a top side. They just do, innit? West Ham always have done that. There'll be a slight delay now. Robertson basically got taken out by his own player. But they'll be making, of course, Johnny Eitinger. Endo's coming on. But I think we're going to wait and see what happens with Robertson first. Yeah, Virgil van Dijk basically kicked him right in the head. Honestly. Of course. Well, Southampton will be playing for their lives, aren't they, really? And also the players are going to be playing for their next contracts. And, obviously, if Ivan Juric was still the sort of the still the manager, I think we'd had a better chance than not. That makes sense. Makes perfect sense, doesn't it, Gazwods? Anyway, 7 minutes to go, plus injury time, about 3 or 4 minutes injury time, I reckon. Looks like Endo's coming off. Who's he coming on for? I reckon Salah. Endo on for Salah. So obviously they're trying to protect their lead now. Endo on for Salah. Right. Let's just change this. And just press that button. There we go. So Salah is off. Should be safe now. On Saints game, I hope round as a shocker. Yeah. Should be safe now, Howard, indeed. Yeah, it should be. Now Ipswich have lost. That's probably us confirmed now, I think. Oh, but anyway, ball out. Go straight to Allison. Hoops it. I like Endo. I think Endo's a good player. Paqueta's really well there. And then Caduce just hoops it, but he's gone back to the throw in. The foul. Jadon Sancho scored. Do you remember him? West Ham being the second best team. I think for the first half, yeah. I think second half, I think we'd be more competitive, but I don't think Liverpool have had to step up their game, in all honesty. Now, Soufal looks up, goes wide to Louis Guilherme. Mavropanos goes to Soufal. Soufal back. Soufal's got the ball now. Let's carry on. Ball comes across. Wan-Bissaka's got the ball. Wan-Bissaka. It's an own goal! It's an own goal! Virgil van Dijk, own goal! No, was it Robertson? It was Robertson. If we can't score, Liverpool can score for us. Ball across. Ball straight. And literally, it's the funniest own goal. Literally, he's placed it into the bottom corner. Ball goes across. Wan-Bissaka well onside. Wan-Bissaka literally crosses the ball. No danger whatsoever. And it's hit Robertson's right foot. And he's hit it onto his left foot. And it's gone straight. Oh, it's Van Dijk. Van Dijk's basically kicked. Oh, I love it that all the West Ham players are celebrating. Oh, fantastic. What a finish. What a finish from what a finish. Anyway, 1-1. 1-1. Ball comes across, headed out by Mavropanos to Guilherme. Oh, well, I think there's our new striker right now, isn't it? What a finish. What a finish. Ball comes across. Right, Solomba's eye. Goes to Kwanzaa to Diaz. Diaz takes a shot. Oh, great save. Great save by Arietta. Great reaction save. He took a shot, took a massive deflection. I think it was of Wan-Bissaka's chest. It wasn't a save. Glad to see, Steve. Thankfully, Thomas Souček's next, because I tried spinning it around once and it didn't work. Anyway. It's a corner to Liverpool now. Corner to Liverpool. Ball comes across. Corner from Liverpool. Oof. Diaz has got it on the left-hand side of the box. Oh, God. Jesus. And then Kudus has got the ball. Kudus holds up the ball against Solobzai and Endo. Paqueta. I tell you what. Oh, I thought we got the foul there. Oof. McAllister tried a shot. Another good save. And it's a corner to Liverpool. Oh, corner to Liverpool. McAllister with the corner. Oh. Virgil van Dijk. Off the corner. Well, that draw lasted about a minute. Virgil van Dijk, who scored pretty much, he set up Robertson. Now he's gone back to 2-1. Let's have a look. Great corner. Who lost him? Why is... Well, he did well. I mean, he did foul Krug. He did foul him. He did foul him, but it's one of those things where it could be the other way, and we would have said it. Oh, bugger. It's a header on you. I don't know. I haven't looked at that yet. We're doing the NL bingo. Let's have a look. Oh, I bet Andy Robertson's happy now. Seven added minutes. Set it at 7 added minutes. I think I've got I've got 6 minutes, 3. Oh, it's quite close on some of them. Oh, yeah, he did. He did, but it ain't gonna happen. They're not going to do it anyway. 7 minutes. It was always. I mean, I think it was Peter or something. They scored. Liverpool just go right. Okay, we need to score a goal now, and they did. That's probably why they're the league champions. They're going to win the league. The ability to just do that. Frustrating. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. But it's always the way, isn't it? Usual. Tis always the way. You've been a West Ham fan for long enough as well. Safe to a minute. They always say, once you score, it's the hardest time. It's always the time when the other opposition are going to score. So, as I said, we've got 7 minutes added time. I'll leave it on there so people know. Free kick to West Ham. Offside. As Carragher's got, it's a slight nudge on Krug. To be honest, I don't think Krug. I don't think he even contested it. No, West Ham this season. No, well, it's the hope that kills you. Didn't throw himself to hold that ball up for F's sake. Always going to get another goal. Yeah, he did. I think sometimes we're too nice. I think we should be a bit more moany and nasty and a little bit more like that. So I think it makes a big difference. Anyway, We got 5 minutes left. Out for West Ham. Throw on. Oh, balls. You're totally right, Peter. Would have been allowed the other end, that's for sure. Paqueta, just get rid of it. Kilman. Oh, see, now they do the high press, so we can't get out of our off. Anyway. Get it up. They're just playing around the back. Come on, that's it. Go. Kilman's got the ball. Move it forward. Move it forward. Gives it to Paqueta. Paqueta gives it back to. We want to score a goal. We don't want to be playing around our half on the centre spot. Right. Nice little play from Louis Guilherme. Guilherme looks up. Keep going. Goes to Kilman. Kilman looks up. Little ball into the box from Kilman. Oh, the big German. It's a crossbar. Oh, fucking hell. Good header. Come on, Kudus. Keep going, son. And again, he's done that again. That little header, that little dink header, hit the crossbar. Amazing. He does love a crossbar, doesn't he? I think he said something like 5 shots on target and scored with 3 of them. West Ham could look. It's absolute dog shit. I totally agree. Peter. I'm the same. I think we our game was there. We could have had it. Kilman was a beautiful ball in, and Fulkrug does one of those little dink headers, and Allison was totally missing. And that's what he does. Literally every time he's come on, he's either hit the crossbar or scored a goal. So annoying, so frustrating. I totally, I think him coming with 20 minutes to go was, I think if he'd started at half, we'd have the amount of balls across the box where someone who is a natural striker is in there, we would have come away with a draw. Anyway, we got a couple of minutes left. Kudus as well to get the free kick. All right, let's go. We've got just under 2 minutes left of normal of added time. Might be a little bit. No, actually, it's not. Guilherme takes on Gappo, does very well. Go on, Louis, keep going, son. Plays well there, gets shoved out. Really, 2 defenders on him. Always going to happen. Belinda says, "I hope we equalise." I hope too, Belinda, but I don't think it's going to happen, mate. I think we've had our chance. We had enough chances this game to get something out of it. Enough. Always, we had enough chances. Definitely. If only we started Fulkrug. Not started, but I think second half. Should have started the second half for sure. But as I said, if my auntie had bollocks, she'd be my uncle. In it. If, buts, and maybes. It's the name. It should be our new motto at West Ham. Oh. Right, got one more chance. One more chance getting dragged back. Sufo nudges him, foul. And yeah, exactly. Always the way. Always the way. Fulkrug. That's it. Just knocking some of the things. Kudus gets the ball. Crosses it in. Nah, wrong one. Yeah, point lost. It's finished the game. All but finished. That's it. It's all but finished now, isn't it? He'll kick the ball and that'll be it. That's it. Sufal cricket. The kick it off and the ref will give it. Oh, that's your lot. Oh, there you go. There we go. Point lost. Yeah, totally. No worries, Dean. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us, peeps. West Ham lose 2-1 against Liverpool. We equalised and then had... actually, Liverpool scored all 3 goals, really, didn't they? Frustrating second half. Really frustrating second half. And again, it's like... why wait? Why wait? I don't get it. I want someone. I want Potter to ask to say to give me the reasoning why he was waiting. We were on top. We were on top for a lot of that second half. Yes, Liverpool let us. They let us really. They didn't really get out of second gear in all honesty. But why were we still so? Why didn't we bring on that second man? You're right. We hit the bar 3 times. Bowen was 1-on-1. There was enough there. There was enough there. And again, frustrating. Another day, and we would have come away with at least a point. But then maybe Liverpool would have kicked in. Yeah. West Ham need to go down. How many points will they get next season? I was on Hammer's chat. They gave away a PS5. Whatever. We made them earn it. All we can ask for. We didn't win at Anfield. Yeah, and again, people were saying, Anto said before, if you've got a performance, once again, the second half performance was what I'd take away with it. And I agree. Yeah, you're probably right. Aquan, you're probably right, mate. It's not necessarily Liverpool us playing well, but Liverpool sort of took their foot off the gas, and again, we didn't take advantage of that. Liverpool fan here, West Ham should have won the game 3-2, 4-2. Really, I thought he had a good game today. I thought he had a good game. These fans, after the crap we've had, Scott, everyone's allowed to their opinion. I mean, the fact is, it was first half was pretty boring, and as GP says, the subs were very late. I agree. It's probably had a really good game. I thought. He was decent. Today. PS5, I've got to sign. Yeah, it's a strange one. It's just a really weird game. Once again, a game of two halves. Once again, a situation where, we've got so much we could bring on, and we just brought it on too late. And then obviously, the first substitution, I sort of understood that because it meant at least that then we could offer a bit more going forward left hand side. So Ollie doesn't really offer as much as Wan-Bissaka could do. And then Fulcru comes on, and I'm being funny. How many times, he comes in, right, and he had until today something like a 75% shot conversion rate. I mean, he's hit the post again today. Mental. We are 17th, so happy that our worst teams than us. I think we know that for about the last 3 or 4, well, for about 3 months, wasn't it? So it was very much need 5 points from 6 games if Ipswich win all their games. It was a foul on Paqueta. Ref was good till we scored. Could be decided next week. West Ham beat Arsenal and Liverpool. 6 points swing just to get. I mean, Chelsea equalising, means that's, but Southampton ain't going to be a foregone conclusion. They're paying. They don't want to be the worst team. They've equalled now the worst points, haven't they? They don't want to be the worst team ever. So they want to get something. They'll come and again, the likes of Ramsdale, the likes of Dribbling and Kyle Walker-Peters, they're playing for new contracts. They're playing for next season. So it's going to be a tough game. I hope we do not start with Bowen and Kudus up front against Southampton at the London Stadium. We cannot start that. We have to start with Fulcru. If Fulcru's not, start with Evan Ferguson and then bring on Fulcru. We need to start with a striker. It's imperative. A striker today, we would have walked away with at least a point. At least a point. If we had a striker beginning the second half. And actually, even the first half, because you think the amount of times the ball came from Areola and it just got pinged straight back because there was no one there. There was no one there. You know, Bowen against Van Dijk. Van Dijk's about 2 foot taller than him. But you saw when Fulcrew's come on, he's pushing, he got pushed for the goal, and it is what it is now, it's done. But you could see he was like giving it some, and that's what I want. Personally, drop Kudus and play Bowen right. I don't think we need to drop Kudus. I thought he had an okay game today. You just got to play the 3, don't you? You just got to play the 3 Fulcrew with Bowen and Kudus behind him. And I think, I thought Solera did an okay game. You know, for me, it would be a 2 of Alvarez and Paqueta, although he won't play that. But it's just frustrating. We were 14th and Potter took over. I understand what you're saying. But I think for me, there's some progress, but he left a shit. It was shit. That's what he's left, Loppy, and so it is. Cam, not sure. In an interview, he's saying he's not 100%, but 45 minutes. That's what we want. Not a relegation to get closer. We must win. There's no excuse for us. Was our best player today. I thought Paqueta was probably I thought we had a really good game. Anyway, peeps, I'm going to go watch the F1. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. Stay warm. Stay humble. Don't forget to check out, if you're going to go and watch the Man United game, check out Match Bingo there and get yourself some dobbers and dabbers for that game. And until next time, my friends, take care. Stay safe. Stay warm. Stay humble. Keep the faith. And I'll see you soon. Much love. Bye-bye.